breathe. I'm joined in the studio now by Maia and Felicity. I almost had a mind blank just then. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Hi, Dione. Great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. So you're here today to talk about something that is very OTT. Not over the top, although it may be, I don't know. But our timeless threads. Tell us what it's all about.
So our Timeless Threads is it's a community initiative that I started last year, and it was really it was based on just a lot of gaps that I've witnessed as a registered nurse in aged care. And so a lot of that is around personal care and clothing and kind of meeting these needs. There was a lot of complaints as a nurse around the clothing, and lots of nurses trying to follow up family members for clothing, with residents that would be losing weight, gaining weight. So this idea was kind of sparked, and I went on a mission to fill the gaps, and it's kind of like, it's like snowballed into this just wild, fun, funky, exciting venture. And it's been incredible. We've been doing like 1950s fully immersive fashion shows in the care homes to really restore dignity primarily and autonomy in choice of clothing, but also to just bring joy and celebration, for those with dementia, to really reignite and remember the eras. And so it's been so magical, hasn't it, Felicity?
It really is.
I don't know how
beautiful.
It's so multifaceted. It's pretty hard to describe it, but like in the shows, it's just like, wow, this is it, it's driving us, isn't it?
It's heart-bursting. It's absolutely heart-bursting, especially when we go in there and we put on the old-timey music, and then we just see all of them lighting up and singing, and
dancing.
then to see them singing and dancing, and then finding clothes that they just sort of recognize their younger selves in, so they get to choose those and put them on, and then just re-inspire their identity. So
it's amazing.
It's a big reconnection, isn't it, to identity, really, isn't it? And we see that when they see themselves in the mirror, and with the music. It's just, a big thing that I've advocated for as a nurse is not, the restrictive practicing is a big issue in aged care. And so, this ability to instead of sitting down, and it's like, come on, let's stand up and be supported to dance and dress up. And so it's just like this real
get silly and play.
Coming out of the shell. The inner child is, really free to play. And, we all have that inner child within us that is just, waiting for permission to do that. And it's just really clear, for all ages, that we do want to tap into that, and dress up, and music and fashion is a really good thread to, to ignite that, really, isn't it?
Thread,
Just throwing that in.
So speaking of dress up, I mean, I can't help but noticing your outfits are very very stylish and retro, I would maybe say. Tell me, so I take it you've made these outfits, have you?
We do upcycle, so that's I kind of actually started. I do have such a love for fashion. I have always as a nurse. I kind of would make beautiful items and sew as a way to kind of ground, and it was my hobby. It's been my hobby for years. I've been upcycling, and I'm one of 7 girls, so I think hand-me-downs and upcycling and altering has always been a way of life for me. So just naturally, I just have always loved op shopping and fixing up things, and that kind of sustainability and restorative culture. So it's just these pieces, we've had some incredible donations from the community so far. So I guess our uniform has become this
timeless threads.
Threads. And we actually got dressed in the art shop this morning, and we had the dresses and the makeup, and it's just been it was so much fun, an explosion of
up in there.
color, and just it's really fun. So I wanted actually this new space that we're going to be in to be a beautiful pre-space where we can get ready. Women can come, men can come, we can be in the space, all ages, and before a night out we can get ready and frock up and dress up, and there's going to be a big red carpet, there's a photo booth. So it's just this new space is just going to really help us to really get that concept out, while also
generating funds to continue with the aged care shows, because that's what it's all about. But we need support from community. That's why we've got this space now to really try and generate the funds to continue this mission. So,
yeah, that's one of the reasons that we have that space. The other reason, of course, is tackling the fashion waste. It's just a huge environmental issue.
We're on a double mission.
Yeah, big mission. So that's one side of it. So we get a lot of donations, and then we get to upcycle them into aged care protective wear.
So these...
We've got some beautiful, designed by Maia, some beautiful, dignified meal protectors. So instead of those bibs that you get, there's these sort of paper disposable bibs, which, there's no dignity in those. No one wants to wear one of those.
Yeah.
But we have these beautiful upcycled pieces, and they look very stylish as well.
So it's a large bandana kind of thing, basically, but it acts as a bib and it fits on with Velcro.
It protects the clothing. It's stylish. They're all unique, and they've actually, they've been created locally as well, so by community. So at this space, I'll be hosting sewing workshops as well. There'll be different kind of workshops. I'll be putting the timetable out. The launch date is going to be the 21st of September, so please be there. We're going to have a big hot shop launch
grand opening.
Yeah, so it is actually it is a pop-up. We've kind of planned to do it for 2 to 3 months. Hopefully we can keep this space if we can, generate the funds.
Yeah.
But so that's the idea of this space, is just to get the concept out there, fundraise, get support from community, and really just come together, all ages, because I think it's what's missing in community is the beauty and the connection. Like, as a nurse, I just feel it's been so healing for me. And I've been through some things in my life where if I wasn't held by elders, even as a nurse who's caring for them, I wouldn't have got through some of the times I got through. So it's just like there's a lot of people actually missing out on this connection. So this space, I hope, will hold that beautiful, just engagement where even elders from care homes can come out and they know they've got a space for high tea and just for connection in the community with their family if they want to leave the care home, and they know there's a registered nurse there if they're worried that they're coming out and there's so it's just kind of like a really safe, beautiful space for them to come in the community and feel welcomed, and their wisdom is really just appreciated and treasured, and we story tell, we legacy write, and I've got my own care plan. So it's like we can really just honor our elders. It's a space we can honor and connect with our elders, in a beautiful high tea cafe, dress up, pop-up shop, vintage, all of it. It's just going to be fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah, so we also want to be, restoring stitching together the generations that have lost their connection over time, because a lot of our elders have been put into homes and they actually lose that connection with their younger family.
Yeah, well, if their family can't afford to live in this area anymore, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, there's that. And so we really want to be able to, it's the younger people, even the middle-aged and the younger people have so much to learn from our wisdom keepers. And we really want to stitch that all back together.
Intergenerational connection. So that's what it's really all about.
So we want to have skill sharing from our elderly people who want to come in and share. So that is going to be through the sewing and the stories and
poetry nights as well. Just beautiful
cooking
connecting.
even. We would love to have some. Just to really honour those old ways, which where a lot of us have forgotten.
We want our true wisdom keepers back. There's enough influences now out there that are not there. We're just kind of like, what's going on in the world here? But our true influences, most of them are in these care homes, and we're not able to really engage with them. So
absolutely.
Bring them back.
All right, I'm here with Felicity and Maia from Our Timeless Threads. I nearly said over the top. No, it's not that. OTT, Our Timeless Threads.
We're everything.
Launching on the 21st of September. We're going to take a short break and come back to that to talk about that a bit more in just a moment. I'll go to a track by Alex the Astronaut. This is Growing Up.
I sat with my feet in the water, and I felt the wind on my head. Turned around and saw the city, a grid of pain and love with no end. How many shots till you're all used up? And how many tears till the sky? How many suns till it all lights up? And how much love is in your eyes? And is this growing up? Is this growing up? Wait just a second and you'll see her. She's a yellow fish hiding in the waves. We're both looking down when she jumped right out, and we laughed till it helped. You said, Alex, I don't know where I'm going. It was dark, but a tear was holding on. We're 2 steps from the bar. There's a jumper in my car, and we can sit there till we're warm enough. And is this growing up? Is this growing up? Is this growing up? Is this growing? If you painted me, what color would you make me? Orange, purple, blue, who am I to you? And what do I need to be to make the whole world want me? Is it all about remembering or forgetting? When is my parking ticket ending? What takes the water to the sky? Why can we break? How do I know that we can take it? Is there still love in your eyes? And is this growing up? Is this growing up? Is this growing up? Is this growing?
Biscuit Traders is on the move, and that means big savings for you. It's our relocation sale with up to 60% off showroom stock. That's right, statement furniture, luxe lighting, rugs and more, all up to 60% off. We're open weekdays 10 to 4 and this Saturday from 10 to 3. But hurry, everything must go before we move. Find us at 4/60 Centennial Circuit, Byron Bay. Bis Traders, coastal luxe at once in a move prices. Sponsors at Bay FM.
At Frizzell Sunshine Northern River's 1,000 plus used cars, trading in your current car and finding your next one is easy. Or if you're just looking to sell, we also buy cars for cash. Value your car online at frizzellsunshine.com.au/valuations. Tell us about your car. Get your market competitive quote instantly. Or visit us at 476 River Street, West Ballina, or the corner of Snow Street and Bruxner Highway, South Lismore. Frizzell Sunshine.
They look after everyone.
Frizzell Sunshine is a proud supporter of Bay FM.
Still spreading the love 24/7. Bay FM 99.9.
And that's the goal here on Make a Change, spreading the love. I have with me Maia and Felicity from our Timeless Threads, OTT. We are having a fundraising launch party on the 21st of September. For anyone who's just tuned in, can you just quickly tell us what your organisation is about, if you had to do a little paragraph pitch?
Yeah, sure. Well, what we're about is bringing joy and dignity and autonomy back into aged care facilities through fashion pop-up workshops and photo shoots, just, having a really, really fun time and getting all of the elders involved in that and getting them to choose their clothing and just, restoring identity back into a place like that, but then also tackling fashion waste by creating aged care protective wear.
And adaptive wear too. So we've got a whole plan for a line for adaptive wear for those in wheelchairs or those who are bed bound, which is really, a thing that I've witnessed too, when they get to that stage, if they do, in life, it's really sad to see that, a lot of the clothes are just very generic and very clinical and just pants. Just not very, it's just not dignifying. So there's a whole plan there for me to, really upcycle. All it really needs is, sling in the back and, so upcycle beautiful timeless pieces so that we can, comfortable pieces so that we can, maintain that dignity at that stage. So, there's a whole plan, with my fashion designing skills as well to upcycle and restore that. And, it's a marriage of both worlds, my love for fashion and my service as a nurse. So, it's my duty.
In a nutshell.
Lovely. So, and you are a registered not-for-profit and on the way to becoming a charity.
Yep.
I understand that up until this point you have mostly self-funded this project.
I have,
So, I mean, obviously that's not really sustainable if you want to, eat and all that,
I've sacrificed a lot this past couple of years, in all honesty, my social life, just it's been a big sacrifice, but it's been something that
following your dream and making a difference in the world. That's what we love to see. What do you need from our listeners, other people who might be interested in showing some support for this project?
I mean, I have had a GoFundMe page set up. It hasn't really done very well, in all honesty. Because I don't know what I've done wrong there, but I mean, it's just, I think...
what we really need is, now that we have a commercial space...
Oh, that's the thing,
we've got a commercial space in the industrial estate. So obviously there are costs involved with that, and so we need to have people coming in and enjoying what it is that we have to offer, the events and high tea parties. It's also a space that we can rent out for events. But what we would really like as well in a practical way is, we need a van. So if anyone out there has a van that they're not using, we would really love that. That would help with our fashion shows.
We are doing this all in our SUVs at the moment. And we did have a shout out to Ben, a dear friend that helped us with the recent show on Friday with the van, and it made such a difference,
Massive
didn't
difference.
it? Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
We really need a van, don't we?
We do.
If we're going to do more shows, and we have had care homes reach out for the services, which we don't actually have capacity for unless it does become sustainable for us. So at the moment it's the van is the priority, and then the foot traffic in our new store, we're going to be selling upcycled pieces and vintage pieces, and also renting over the top kind of pieces as well. And also if community have any over the top pieces for our art shop, that would be incredible.
I'm sure they do, knowing our community. There's bound to be things lurking in people's wardrobes.
Absolutely.
That don't get taken out very much.
Love that support. And we're at 18 Acacia Street in Byron Bay Industrial Estate. So pop by. We've got 11 days before the grand opening. 11 days, so bring what you may. We do need some good functioning sewing machines as well. We have a few, but for our sewing workshops it would be good to get some more sewing machines. Definitely. Anything that would help us with we've got a whole it's got a license actually for a cafe license, hasn't it? So we do plan on having high tea parties there as well. So I don't know if there's any sustainable way we can, kind of like we actually do funny enough, have a very similar model to Oz Harvest, but except with cloves, right?
Oh, okay.
So it would be a good way we could keep the sustainability element throughout what we're doing with, I suspect, I don't know what local bakers do with their food, and we could store it and serve it in the mornings as like high tea, so things like that. And we've got all these beautiful teapot sets and everything. The tables are set, but we need the people and the offerings and the community to come together to really like make these wheels and cogs turn, because at the moment I've been spinning so many plates, and my dear Felicity, as soon as she came in and held my hand, it was like a big exhale. And there's some other beautiful community members, Kiro as well, who's been like the masculine, just, incredible.
Doing a lot of the practical little repairs and things.
Doing a lot of things, helping, create the Cubby House at Global Ripple, and also Global Ripple have sponsored now. Big shout out to Global Ripple, who have sponsored this whole, venture as well. And Jackie is just an incredible woman who, really connected with what we're doing. And, you would think as well, in worlds, this is a competitor, but she's like, absolutely not. It's a collaborative thing, and we're helping Salvos and Global Ripple manage their fashion waste. So we're actually going to be generating as well some rag bags at the back. So we're rag bags. So if any local mechanics need some absorbent rag bags, that's what we're going to be doing with the fashion waste as well. And we're helping with the local op shops manage that.
That's a great way that we can be supported by a lot of the trade industries as well. Buying the rag bags.
Bunnings, I know that you like to help support local charities. Buy our rag bags. So that's it. That's a way we're going to try and generate funds. And again, when I went around and when I did my market research for this venture, I went around all the local op shops, and on average per day, there's 1 to 2 skipfuls that goes into landfill. So there's 200,000 tons of textiles waste in Australia every year. And I was trying to get in my head, where does this come from? It comes from aged care homes, a lot of it as well. What I've witnessed as a nurse is, we do put name labels on the back of clothes when people go into the aged care homes. So what happens, when residents pass away, unfortunately, no one has time to take the name tags off of the clothes. They're like ironed and pressed on. So a lot of it goes into landfill because you can't put it out into the community, right? Because those names were going to be,
I'm guessing maybe, some people would also be squeamish about accepting clothes that someone has potentially passed away.
That's the thing. So we're managing this waste, head on, and
transforming
and upcycling and making beautiful pieces, but healing circles as well. So if family members wanted to upcycle these pieces, they've got a space to do it, and we've got products that we can make from these beautiful items of clothing from their loved ones that have passed away. So we're gonna really tackle it all head on in such a beautiful, caring, creative, and conscious way. We've really got all the values ticked off in this concept, haven't we?
We sure do. I love that.
We want to drive it. We're so driven to do it. Hey,
so definitely a passion project.
Yes. There's so multifaceted. It's like when people ask me, what are you doing? I'm like, how long have you got? So it's like, we just needed a space to really just get that concept out and get people feeling into it. Yeah.
And so I'm not sure if we mentioned on air or if this was when we were chatting offline, but you said that you've been holding shows in the Ballina RSL, is that right?
Ballina and and also Byron.
The Byron RSL too.
RSL Life Care have been such an incredible support as well. So Janelle and Liesl, the activities officers in the RSLs, have been really helping us this past year to refine all the ideas. When I first did the first show, oh my gosh, I hired a van, and I had everything ready, and then I ended up getting to pick up the van from this place, and they didn't have the van available, so I ended up with this massive truck, this huge moving truck. I put all the stuff in there. I arrived to the home, the hangers were everything was broken, so I had all these carers help me unpack, but it was like a huge, massive, it was over the top. It was too much. It was literally like the carer were like, oh my gosh, what has arrived? So over the year, it was pretty comical. It was but I've refined the ideas, and now we've got like the pack up and pack down, just down to a T, and it's just been like it's really needed that year to really refine it and get it like, you know, just really slick and, you know, just professional. So we are there now, and at first we were a little bit like, hello,
spilling in.
This is me, and this is what I want to offer to everyone. But now it's just like it's so professional. Yeah, Felicity's definitely been a big support in the logistics of that as well, because it was a lot doing it by myself for a little bit.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
So, for anyone listening out there who's been inspired or, you know, attracted by this conversation, how can they find you and show some support?
Yeah, so we do have a website. So if you head over to www.ourtimelessthreads.com.au, and we also have an Instagram page where you'll get to see all of the beautiful reels and the fun and the videos of our elderly having the best time. It's just so heartwarming. So do head over there. We do also have a Facebook page.
So it's all at Our Timeless Threads.
Yeah.
That's how you can find us.
Our Timeless Threads, yeah. And then, of course, our new space at 18 Acacia Street. We are just cuddled so beautifully by Salvation Army there, the op shop, and also Global Ripple. So we're right in between. We're on that route. So you'll see us. I'll put some, I'll put some racks out the front there. You'll see us. And, come and have a cup of tea. I haven't actually got a kettle yet. So, we'll boil it in the pot. But shout out for kettles. But yeah, it's all coming. So come and have an OJ for now.
And we will pop a list out onto our socials just in case anyone does have the ability to be able to help us out. Maybe you can just have a look at the list and see what it is that you might be able to donate to us. It'd be really wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you just want to give out the details of the launch on 21st of September as well.
Oh, of course, yes. So it's 21st of September, again at 18 Acacia Street, Byron Industrial Estate, and it's from 2 p.m. And so we're going to have, just beautiful kind of like high tea party during the day, and then into the night we're going to have a little bit of a dance and all the timeless classic music with a DJ. There'll be games, there'll be fundraising happening, lots of chances to win things. And also if actually anyone wants to donate anything for our prizes, that would be incredible.
That would be amazing.
We're on a hunt for
some prizes. So if you want us to be able to promote you and your business, then we'd really love to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Call out to all our local business business owners out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in today, Maia and Felicity,
Dione.
and for what you're doing for our seniors. It sounds like a fascinating project. I really hope you get a lot of support.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for having us on.
You're listening to Make a Change. I'm going to go to a track by Jack River now. This is Paradise.